Chase Sexton. The cowboy. Run high. Oh, and he goes into the back of Webb. He didn't need to do it.
And welcome back to round 10 of the RN Fantasy SXperts show. I'm Chase.
And I'm Charles.
We are your hosts, and we are headed to Birmingham.
Round 10.
Round
Triple
10.
crown.
Dude, we had a week off. Here we're back.
Yep.
I've had 3 weeks off.
Man.
I missed a round, got a little virus infection in my eye, barely was able to make it to do Indy Race Day Live. So Wes covered for me, and then we had an off week.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. When there's an off week, you like forget that there's a Supercross series going on.
Yeah.
I get these riders need a time, like a break, but my Saturday was a little more boring this weekend.
Same.
Didn't really have much to look forward to.
Yep.
That's all right. This is a Triple Crown, Birmingham.
Yeah. Exciting stuff.
I feel like we just had one. When was the last Triple Crown?
No. We had
No,
one
it's
in
after that.
Arlington.
Arlington, that's right. Sexton won the overall there. Speaking of Sexton, we're going to talk about him in a little bit. But if you're not playing RN Fantasy SX, if you're just learning about it, here's the deal, folks. It's free to play. Go to rnfantasysx.com. Make your account. It's free. And all you have to do to play is just make your top 5 picks, pick a wild card. Charles and I are here to help you out to make your picks. And then you just watch the racing and you scream your head off. You have a blast. The best part is it's free, Charles.
Free to play. You get RM cash paid for points.
Yep.
It's always a good deal. Weekly prizes, grand prizes.
Yeah, every week, 10 prizes. And you could sign up today. If you kill it and you score well in Birmingham, you could get a weekly prize. And when you see the weekly prize that we give away every week, you're going to want to play that much more. But at the end of the year, we do our 10 grand prizes, and it kicks absolute butt. And we're giving away 20 tickets to...
Philadelphia.
Hey, Charles, you were on top of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Philly.
So 20 tickets. If you can make it, let us know how many you need down in the comments.
Yes, comment down below and let us know. All right, this is why people are playing RN Fantasy SX. Q grand prizes. KTM 450 SXF, that's for first. KTM 300 SX for second. KTM SX E5, that's just your top 3. And then we have 10 other amazing grand prizes you can see on the screen right now that we give away at the end of the year. But like Charles mentioned, we do fantasy cash. So when you score points playing fantasy, you can spend that on Rocky Mountain's website. Chuck, what do we have for weekly prizes this week?
Weekly prizes. You've got a $400 spending spree for Works Connection.
Dude, my brother need to win. My brother literally called me yesterday to ask me what hole shot device he should buy.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, check out Works Connection.
Better snag one up.
Or he should just
You better get his
do
picks
better in
in.
fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be good to go. Yeah. Second place, you're getting Bridgestone Battlecross tires. So that's a front and rear set. Third place, you're getting the Muck Off Motorcycle Pressure Washer Bundle. Fourth, MSR, O'Neill, Troy Lee Designs, ASV, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Torque One, and a Cherubies. That's going to round out the 10 prizes for the week.
Boom. All right. This week, what are we giving away this week, Charles? Well, that was it. Sorry.
That was it.
What I meant to say was weekly prizes that we gave away from Indianapolis.
Yep. So Rick 98, 102 points. He got the MSR riding gear set.
Woo. Okay.
Philly Miller 85, 102 points as well.
Ooh, I like this one.
Yeah, Rhino Power Prize Package.
Mama Bear. Mama Bear getting that Fox gear set.
Yep.
Mama Bear doing business.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at our overall leaderboard, though. The fitting name, GOAT, 745, 549 points. Dollar Bill, y'all.
Yeah.
543 points. Burke C5 at 515, kicking our butts. Speaking of, Charles, I'm still holding my little Cush points gap over you, just like I am with Webb over Chase Sexton right now. Feeling pretty good about it. What did we say?
Luckily,
We're doing
you're
the
not.
Peanuts?
Huh?
We're doing the peanuts?
Oh, I thought
that the deal?
we canceled that.
Did we cancel the peanuts? Probably because it's unfair. Because peanuts to me, like me eating one of the hot peanuts is like it'll kill me. You're just over here like no big deal. It's not even a fair. It's not even a fair punishment for you. It just doesn't. I hate you the same.
I did 9 of them that one time, and it ruined me on hot stuff forever.
9.
Well, yeah.
Dude.
Anyway, I think it's 2 for real.
What was
We're
it
doing
like
2.
going to the bathroom after that? Stingray?
I was not normal for about a day.
Really? Ugh,
It was
brutal.
pain.
Well,
anyway.
Okay, let's talk about the results up here. It is Cooper Webb who now has a 15-point lead over Chase Sexton, is Justin Cooper, first podium of the year.
Yeah.
Not surprising. I think we all
Awesome.
saw that coming.
Yeah.
Chase Sexton, another just so-so ride, third place. Justin Barcia, season's best of 4.
Yeah.
Which I
Good to
called
see
it on
him up
Race Day
there.
Live. I said Barcia's going to have a good night because he did really well in Indy in 2023. AP, even after getting taken out by Barcia, still rocks home a 5th place. And then Shea McElrath,
Yeah.
10th place. Good ride for him.
Yeah. Great ride.
I had Savachi for the wild card until he crashed his brains out.
I did
Which
too.
we do have a highlight of that, by the way.
Yep.
You had Savachi in there too?
I did.
How many? I think we tied on points, right? 50?
Yeah, 50 each.
Gosh,
Well,
dang.
that's the crazy thing. We had a whole different setup, and we each got 50.
Yeah.
So I did have Webb for the W.
Okay. I put Kenny in there because he won there in 2023. So I thought Kenny
Makes
was going to be
sense.
good.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, he goes down first turn.
Yeah, I was
Yay
torn.
me. I got my only pick I got right was Sexton in 3rd, and then I had AP and Barcia flip-flop. That could have been huge for me.
Could have been.
Had him flip-flopped. Oh, Fox Racing race recap though. 250 highlights. Honestly, for me, like the big standout was Seth Hamaker.
Yeah.
That kid is
Awesome
so
ride.
freaking good. And that was just his first win. It's been 4 years since his first win. I think a lot of people don't remember that Seth Hamaker actually won. It was like his 2nd or 3rd race. I couldn't even tell you what stadium or when that was because I forgot that it even happened.
Then he comes out and pulls the whole shot here, and
Yeah, it just takes off with it,
Leads
man.
it.
I got to interview him when he was the fastest was he? He was fastest qualifier. Did I interview him? I think I did, or maybe it was Hymus. I can't remember. But either way, congratulations, Seth Hamaker. Chance Hymus had a big old crash. Yeah, kind of interesting. Max Anstey was.
that was my big question.
What happened?
Yeah, like kind of a bummer deal there.
Yeah, he had some trouble a little bit early. Got bunched back on the start. You have to remember it was the East-West showdown, so like the dudes in front of him were all really, really good. And that track was just treacherous, man. I'm telling you, seeing it in person, some of those ruts that they were jumping through in those rhythm lanes, like this deep, will rip your feet right off the foot pegs if you're not calculated. So I mean, look at Joey Savachi. It's kind of what happened there. He went in, kind of cross-rode a little bit, nose heavy, bad endo. So it wasn't as bad as past Indies, I felt like. Like the track crew did a really good job of trying to keep up on grooming, but it was still really soft. So I don't know, maybe, I mean, Deegan's, who didn't, I thought Deegan was for sure going to catch the leaders.
Yeah.
He didn't. He just kind of stayed where he was. Sexton lost time to Webb. So maybe it was just a track where it was really hard. Like if you didn't make mistakes, it was really hard for the guy behind you to find anywhere to make up extra time.
Yeah.
If you were like one of the top guys.
Yep.
What
Well,
about 450s? What?
Oh, I was just going to say, lucky for Deegan, going into that net and then being able to come back on still in 3rd.
Crazy he had a big enough gap that he was still ahead of 3rd.
Yeah, that was super lucky.
But dude, Davies went down, but Davies maybe wins that race if he doesn't go down, just how good he was in the whoops and everywhere else. 450s, Cooper Webb. If you watch the playback at the start, it just shows you how good Coop is, like his race awareness. Because Sexton had pretty much the whole, well, Barcia got the whole shot. Sexton was right there, a full bike length ahead of Webb. And I don't know why Sexton didn't close him off going into that second right-hand turn, because Webb just comes out behind Sexton and then just right up the inside. And the next thing you know, Webb's out front, and that's all she wrote. Sexton can never do it.
Yep.
You watch it, and you're like, Sexton, you had to move over 3. You knew Webb was right next to you because when they came in that first turn, they were next to each other. All he had to do was just move over 3 feet, and he pinches Webb off completely in that next right turn. Webb could have come out of there 4th or 5th. Instead, he comes out ahead.
Snooze, you lose.
Snooze, you lose. It was cool, though, watching Sexton do that little, I guess, wall ride in the sand section. Vial was doing that. I think told Sexton about it. We talked about the Savachi crash, and then Webb got his first win at Indy.
Yeah.
First time there.
Yeah.
What is he? Eighth all-time in wins now. Dude. You know what?
Oh, I just felt like that was a dominant ride.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It's crazy. And look, I get no shade to anybody, okay? You got Chad Reed's. Like, if Webb wins this title, that's 3 Supercross titles. 3 Supercross titles is very, very rare air.
Mm-hmm.
James Stewart only has 2. Chad Reed only won 2. Eli Tomac has only won 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Eli Tomac's probably only going to win 2. So, I mean, really, like after 2 titles, you get in the Dungey, Villapoto, RC. I mean, there's a few others that I'm probably not thinking about, but winning 3 titles is really hard in Supercross. I think Jet's kind of learning that.
Yeah.
That all it takes is a dab knee and you're out. Tomac should have 3 titles, ruptured Achilles tendon. Like, it's just, I don't think we appreciate how difficult it is to make it through all 17 rounds and win a title.
Yeah.
But I think that's why Webb has done so good, is he's just consistent.
Yeah.
He just dungeons his way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah. News and injuries. Who do we got? Savachi?
Yeah, that's the main thing. And then,
I mean, Tomac, Jet, Hunter. Is there anybody else we're thinking of that's...
Yeah, so Hymas went down, but...
TC's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's going to be back. He'll be all right. And we do have a very special guest caller coming up. It is Hardy Munoz.
Mm-hmm.
So stick around for that. All right, track trends, Charles. Birmingham, Jet Lawrence won this race last year. Did you go back and watch some highlights?
From last year?
Yeah.
I didn't. I know what you're talking about, though.
You know what this race is infamous for? I had forgotten about this until I had to go rewatch it. And this was the race that Cooper Webb took out the Monster Girl.
Yep.
I had forgotten about that. When I saw it again, man, I just started laughing.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Remember what she said in the interview?
I don't remember, but it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was the worst excuse ever. So, well, she started going the wrong way or something, then tried to run back across. But she had explained that the 450s just are going around the track so much faster. She just miscalculated how much time it would take her to get off the track.
Yep.
Anyway, that did happen. Monster Girl got taken out on lap 1 by Cooper Webb. Dude, look at the sand section.
Yeah, that looks so sweet.
I haven't seen one of those before.
Me neither.
Almost a full 360 sand section. And dude, Indy sand section didn't look that difficult, but between qualifying and the racing, it took a lot of dudes out.
Yeah.
Cooper Webb went down there in the heat.
Yeah,
Chase Sexton, Cole Davies, Cody Schock. Like, there was a lot of good dudes that went down the sand. And I think it was just because the sand was so wet. Because when they brought the sand in, it was kind of interesting. There was a puddle next to the sand section. And so I went and asked the SMX track crew, I was like, why is there a puddle? Like, can we... First of all, I didn't think it was a great look. If I would have said, put some sand in there, like, cover it up. But that puddle came from... I'm not talking like a little puddle. I'm talking like there's a lot of water on the track. It wasn't where they were riding, but it's because when they brought the sand in, it'd been raining. And that was just all the water that just seeps through the sand and then eventually just spills out the bottom because it's got nowhere left to go.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, it was kind of wild. But 360 sand section. I love that.
So I kind of wondered, so these little tabletops with the little lip, how it has the baby step
sometimes
up, whatever.
They have the little lip and then sometimes they don't. When they have the lip, because Indy didn't have the lip. Mm-hmm. The lips are good.
Well, yeah, I just feel like having that little jump going into the sand
I'm
could
hoping
make
it's
things
awesome.
Interesting.
You know when I love the lips, though? Because the lips give them just a little... Because when they don't have the lip going over the tunnels, the riders don't have to do a whole lot to kind of stay lower.
Yeah.
But when they have the lip, that's when the riders have to really scrub to stay low, and that's when you start to see some of those bangers coming out over the tunnel jump. You remember Tomac in qualifying? Gosh, I think it was Anaheim too. Threw down like the sickest pancake over the tunnel jump. Let's get some more of those. Some more of those. Okay.
Love it.
Are we ready? Bridgestone, top contenders. All right, folks. Cooper Webb, he's won 3 of the last 6 races. Hasn't been worse than second since round 3.
It's good odds.
It's good odds, man. I mean, how do you beat that? You win every race? You know what I mean? Like that, dude. This is what he did, though, in his title years. Like his title in 2019, I think his average finish was under 3. It was ridiculous how consistent he was. And if he didn't win, he was second or third. He didn't have any weirdo races. He wasn't making dumb mistakes. He wasn't tucking the front. And this is what he's doing to Chase Sexton right now.
Yeah.
And he now has a 15-point lead. He's led 27 more laps than Sexton. And he finished second in Birmingham last year. So, dude, and it's a triple crown? Oh, gosh, dude. The only thing about the Triple Crown is that Chase Sexton, his starts have been good, and Sexton has, like, incredible sprint speed.
True.
But other than that, though, at this point, you're just praying that Sexton doesn't make a mistake. That's the only. What do you think?
Oh, man, it's tough because as much as I want Sexton to win, he's losing points every weekend. Like, he hasn't finished, or he's finished third or worse in the last 5 races.
Yeah.
Not looking good. And, it's all because of mistakes.
He's lost points to Webb in 5 straight races. In the last 5 races, he has given up 25 points.
Yeah.
It's almost a full race. And they have all been unforced Chase Sexton mistakes. This is not a Ken Roczen deal where a lapper freaking knocks him off the track. Whatever. This is just Chase Sexton just flat out making mistakes. And look, I know we're hard on Sexton. We can never be what he does or do what he does.
That's true.
But
it's just we have that expectation because
but at
he's
this
got
point,
the speed.
Dude, he's crashing 5 of 9 main events so far.
Yeah.
That's not including the heat race crash in Daytona. You're not going to win a title if you crash 5 out of 9 main events. You're just not. I just don't know what it is. Like, he's so good on the bike. His technique is so good. It almost just baffles me. Like, I just don't know why these things keep happening.
Yeah, it's weird.
Anyway.
Like, is he losing focus or?
I don't know, man. But now he's in. Look, we've got 9 more or 8 more of these races to go. If Sexton gives away any more points to Webb this weekend, because really think about it, with Tomac, the Lawrence brothers gone, who else is going to finish ahead of Webb at this point other than Kenny?
That's about it.
That's it. So if Sexton gives up any more points this weekend, let's say he gives up another 5, and from there, that means that from that point on, let's say he's 20 points down, you have 7 races left after this weekend. You could win every race, and if Webb got second every race, you're only going to score 21 points over Cooper Webb. Like, that's barely winning the title. But he's not going to win 7 races in a row.
No.
And Webb is just so freaking consistent. At this point, it's like you just can't bank on Webb. Like, anything can happen. I get it. It's Supercross. But to this point, Webb has just shown he's rock solid. So Sexton has to, in my opinion, he has to flip the script this weekend. Like, he cannot let Webb get more points on him, because from that point forward, it's like do or die. Like, you have to win. There's no taking a second. There's no taking a third. If Cooper Webb gets more points on you this weekend, you got to win out, basically. That's the mentality I think you'd have to have.
Yeah.
But that's when mistakes come.
Yep.
Is when you think, I have to win.
It's do or die, and I actually don't have him at the top. Last year, he finished P4, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There you have it.
Ken Roczen. Oh, gosh, what a heartbreaker. He's 26 back now. Look, he still should be on your podium. We saw what happened. He got together with Anderson there.
Yep.
But even with the injury result, he's been on the podium 6 of 9 rounds. He has the best average start of 4.92. Next best is Anderson. And he finished 3rd in Birmingham last year. So put Kenny in 3rd.
Put him in
That's
there.
what you should do.
One thing with him, it just kind of blew my mind. He was in about 10th place for a long time. And, slowly moving up.
Yeah. But I think we saw that with the track, though. I mean.
Yeah.
It just, I don't think it was a track where dudes could just come blasting through the pack. I mean, you talked about Max Anstey.
Yeah.
Got your points leader, East Coast. Didn't hardly move up at all. Just kind of stayed where he was at.
Yeah.
And the track was catching a lot of dudes. I'm sure when you start, like, Savacci wrecked his brains out in front of Roczen. And what's wild is, I don't know if Roczen thought this way, but what did that crash of Savacci's remind you of? Ken Roczen 2017.
Ooh.
Just big old endo over the handlebars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so if you're Kenny and you see that, you're like, I'm good. Like, this is not the track that's worth just wrecking my brains out. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's me speculating. Justin Cooper, though.
Justin Cooper, hey.
Is he back in the box?
You already mentioned it. First podium of the year. So he's started 3rd or better in just under half of the gate drops this year. So 6 out of 13. That's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Especially with it being a triple crown.
It's got the most hole shots.
Mm-hmm.
It's a triple crown. Kind of curious to see what the whoops do.
Yeah.
Last year, Birmingham was kind of like sloppy. I think it rained like the day before. It was kind of nasty. So, Jake Coop, go ahead.
Yeah, we've got good weather going.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
So
I just for Justin Cooper, man, and for me, it's just all about the whoops. Like I'm gonna look at the whoops during practice and kind of see if they're breaking down. But I mean, yes, he got second, but Roxon still has a better average. Because right now it'd be between Roxon and Cooper for third for me.
Mm-hmm.
But Roxon still has a better average start, and I'm gonna put my money on Kenny to beat Jay Coop straight up every time. So I don't know, Malcolm Stewart. Can we get a welfare check on this man?
What's going on?
I don't know. When he won, okay, who on their bingo card had Malcolm Stewart winning his first race in Tampa, and then since his win, he has finished behind where he started in 3 of 6 gate drops. What? He's only finished better than fourth in the he has one finish better than fourth in the last 6 gate drops. That was his win. He's been fourth or worst since his win in Tampa.
Yeah.
Did not see that one. I thought Mookie was going to go on a podium tear. And in Indy, he won the heat race, right? Yeah. I thought Malcolm was going to go on a tear, and I don't know. I have no idea, to be totally honest with you. He did qualify fastest. I was like, all right, Mookie, we're here. That was it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Anderson, I kind of have some question marks with him. Like, I feel like he should easily be in the top 5 every weekend.
Bro, I don't know what's going on with this guy.
Yeah, little crash last weekend right out of the gate. And,
I mean, you came to 11th. Wasn't a terrible ride last week, in Indy. But he got 3rd in Tampa, and then since then his best result is 6th.
Yeah.
And 2 11ths.
Kind of crazy.
And Daytona, he went from 1st to 8th. Whole shot. Did he get the whole shot? I think so. He's up there. I don't know.
I can't remember if he got the whole shot, but yeah, it's kind of crazy that he's fading back. His saving grace, though, is his starts. So he is the 2nd best average starter behind Roxon.
Yeah, but it's still not good. Like, I get it, but it's like, what? I don't know.
So I guess, yeah, for me, if he gets some good starts, maybe he fades back a little bit, and I'm going to have him in my top 5.
There aren't many bigger mysteries to me than the fact that Jason Anderson in 2022 won 7 races, took it down to the wire with Eli Tomac, and has not even sniffed a win since. That's crazy. Just putting it out there.
That is way crazy.
All right, we have Aaron Plessinger on here as honorable mention. Look, he has not been good for AP this year. It's not been good. 14th best average start per gate drop at 10.38. However, Indy was his 2nd top 5 of the year, so he got 5th, and then he got his podium in Daytona, so that's 2 weekends in a row. He's on the box, and he rode good, even going down with him getting caught up with Barcia. So, is he trending upwards? Right now, I feel much better about AP over Anderson for 5th. Maybe even Mookie.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know. It's kind of where I stand.
Okay.
Are you going to have him in your top 5 this weekend?
I was on the fence between him and Ando.
Yeah.
And I bumped him out for now.
Okay, fair enough. Well, look, let's hear from one of our favorite guys. He is one of the most spectacular riders to see in person. It is Hardy Munoz. Let's talk to the man. But, dude, the heat race at Daytona, you rip the start. It probably one of my favorite moments of all year. I was watching on your Instagram. You've got it on there in slow motion. You send the wall jump, and then Vial just looks up at you. I think it's one of the coolest shots that I've seen all year.
Yeah, that was really cool. I think, the best part is when I hit it the first time and I heard everybody screaming. And and for the heat race, I got a great start. And, they fixed the track and they lift the face a little bit. But I'm like, I've been hitting it for like so many times. I'm just going to go a little bit faster because if the face was lift, I was going to need a little bit more speed to make it. But I gave it a little bit too much. I overshot it, but, bar of it.
When you rip that awesome start at Daytona and you're up there with Vial, when those guys are behind you, it's, people just expect for the RJ Hampshires and those factory guys to go by you. So is it hard for you? Is that what you're talking about? Like the confidence? Like if you're, you get a great start like you did at the Heat in Daytona, and you have, say, an RJ Hampshire or a Seth Hammaker behind you, is it hard to convince yourself to want to say, no, like, you're going to stay behind me? Or does part of you think, like, these guys are supposed to beat me, and so you don't put up as much of a fight?
Yeah, you see right there, like, you're talking about, like, a very big mental game. You know, when you go out there and you go with them, and that's what happened to me. You know, I'm trying to, like, you know, get over that. You know, we show up as a privateer. Like, I went to Daytona with my pickup truck and a tent, and you know, we put so much work to be there. And you know, if you put in your head, oh, I come here with a pickup truck, with the tent, my bike is not as good as them, like my
Right.
program might be not as good as them, and then you're mentally preparing yourself that you're not good enough to beat those guys. And that's what I've been working on, because I'm trying to break that, you know. I'm trying to get there. And if a factory guy is behind me or something, like, I'm going to race and I'm going to get my 100%. And if you're faster than me, you're going to pass me.
Right.
But, you know, I'm working on, you know, not getting, you know, like, mentally ready to be the first one after the factory guys. You know,
Right.
This year, I want to be in the mix with them. And that's what we've been working on.
There you have it. Thanks for calling in, Hardy Munoz. If you want to see the full interview, go check out the RM Fantasy YouTube channel. It's on there. All right, that brings us to the Works Connection Wildcard Watch.
All right, Chuck, we got some good ones in here. First up, it's going to be Mitchell Oldenburg. And we're going off Triple Crowns, right? His Triple Crown average start this year is 14.67. Average finish is 13.8 or 8. He's gotten 12th and 17th overall so far this year. Last 4 overall finishes, 12, 13, 12, 14. Average season per gate drop finish is 13.92. Like, he's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, who else we got?
Right there, we've got Colt Nichols.
No, we got Benny Bloss next, dog.
Oh,
they're out of order from our notes. That's my fault. Let's do Bloss.
All good. Yeah, Bloss. So average start, 14.5. Average finish, 18.33. He did get 13th last weekend. He also has 5 overall finishes within 2 spots of 14th this season. So, you know, 14th, it's a little hard to figure out because you're kind of, all those spots are kind of dancing around there, but he could be a good pick.
I mean, yeah, it is tough. But he's a good shot. Colt Nichols. Oh, boy. Colt, average start this year, 14.1. 16th in Glendale, 15 in Arlington. Now Savachi out. You know what I mean? Like, give him a spot or two. Yeah. His last 4 overall finishes, 14, 15, 15, 11. It's looking good for Colt.
Yeah.
Okay. Chiz? Chiz in there?
So he's an option. So Triple Crown average start, 17.33. Finish, 18.67. But he does have 2 15th place finishes on the season. So if I was a betting man, he's not my first pick.
But now Savachi's out. Yeah, he's not your first pick. It is possible, but it's just tough, man, especially because it's a Triple Crown. Mm-hmm. Chiz is not the best qualifier. You got to remember that they have to qualify right into the night show, and they just had that LCQ right before, so it's a little bit risky.
Yeah,
Jerry, what's up?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, Jerry Robbins, another one you could throw in there, who's kind of like Chiz, kind of all over the place. Has only made 4 main events this whole season, so not the safest bet.
The one Triple Crown he did go to, he took 14th overall.
Jerry?
Okay. So 14, 15, 14. So if he makes it, but that's the thing, once you get into that range, it's like the numbers are all over the place.
Well, you're starting to really mix in like your LCQ guys at that point, right? So you're kind of taking a gamble there.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, it's Wild Card Watch. Chuck, are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Cherry was lock him in. Let's do it.
Let's lock him in. All right. So my top 5. I've got Webb running up front. I think he's going on a tear. I've got Chase Sexton. I think he's going to have a little bounce back. Hopefully he keeps it together.
You call second a bounce back dog?
Not a bounce back, but
Kind of like bounce where you are.
yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Either way, I got him in second. I think that's where he's going to end
Okay.
up. Roxon in third. Then I've got J. Coop in fourth, Ando in fifth, and then I'm going with Colt Nichols for the wild card.
Okay. I'm gonna see. Look, I'm gonna take a little bit of a gamble this weekend. Chase Sexton has historically been better later in the year. He won the Triple Crown when we were in Arlington, so I'm gonna go Sexton. No, not Arlington. Sorry, he won the Triple Crown in Phoenix. I was there for that one. So anyway, I'm going to go Chase Sexton, Webb, Roxon, Cooper, but I'm gonna swap out Cooper for Bam Bam just because when that guy starts to know and think he can be up front, look out. And I think Colt Nichols is a good pick for the wild card. So that's what I'm sticking with right there.
There we have it.
I love it. Meme event. Remember, we have all the memes on the Discord. If you've not checked those out already, unfortunately, we're starting to see a lot of those kind of pile in for our number 4.
Yep.
But that could all be changed. We could right the ship here, Chase. We just got to keep it on 2. We got to get this dub. Let's dig ourselves out of this points hole we're in a little bit, and we'll be all right.
Yeah.
He's got to win just to keep this series interesting.
Yep.
Please.
Well, I will say, besides the number 1 spot, it's been interesting to see, all the top 5 guys switching around.
Yeah, like 3rd to 5th, been kind of going crazy a little bit, but everywhere else, look, yeah, Sexton's got to be 1 or 2. Same with Webb. I don't know. It's how the cookie crumbles. It's how she rolls.
That's how it rolls.
All right, everybody. There you have it. Those are our picks, but we want to know your picks, so comment those down below. Remember, we're giving out those tickets to Philly, so if you can make it, let us know you can and how many tickets you would need, and hopefully you're one of the lucky winners. Remember, check out all the memes that we have on the Discord. The Discord is where we do all the bench racing. All the great stuff is there, so go check it out. Subscribe to the RM Fantasy YouTube channel if you have not already. Comment down below. Give us your picks. We want to hear it. Who do you have for the wild card? Will Chase Sexton rebound this weekend? That is what I need to know. How much faith do the fans have in Chase Sexton number 4? Chuck,
Let's find out.
you don't have any. I have all the confidence he's going to do it.
I'm on the web wagon.
You're on the web wagon?
Yep.
What do we call Sexton's wagon? He doesn't even have one. He doesn't have a wagon to jump on yet.
Not
We're
yet.
gonna build one.
I like it.
Slowly, brick by brick.
You're going to use bearings in the wheels.
Yes, exactly. We're gonna
Love
create a smooth, efficient, greased machine that is just gonna carry us through the end of this season. That's my prediction.
I love it.
All right. Hey, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Good luck on your picks.
We'll see you next week.